All right. What is Real Estate Bird Dog Property Locator? So let's talk about a little bit about the bird dog specifically. So a bird dog is someone who helps a real estate investor find the properties. So the bird dog is a reference to, I believe it was the English who used to run out with their shotguns and shoot the ducks. And then they used to send the dog out to get the duck, right? And then that was the bird dog. They went out and they brought the duck. And the bird dog name comes from the idea is that you go out, you go into the community, and you find the deal. Hopefully you don't shoot anybody with a shotgun and get it done. But that's where the nickname bird dog comes from if you were ever curious. And so that is your job, and that's what we're going to try to teach you here today. You earn a commission from the investor's purchases of the property. So if you find it and someone buys it, that's when you get paid. And you don't get paid just to say I found a house, right? So you have to go and you have to find a deal. And we'll certainly talk today about what a deal looks like and give you some specific data to help figure out, is it a deal or not? That's the number one question I get, is it a deal? Also, which is probably what a lot of you are doing here today, it's a great way to learn about real estate investing without risking any of your own money. So the bird dog is not at stake at all. You don't sign any contracts. You're not asked to go out and put the property under contract as a bird dog. As a wholesaler, you might be out putting the house under contract in which you are now contractually obligated to sign a house, in which can get a pretty scary thing. I remember my first house that I was contracted to buy was pretty scary, actually putting your name down on there. And if you don't know what a deal is and you're signing your name on something, that can be really scary. So the bird dog is a great way to go out. And once you find a couple houses and once an investor comes and buys that house, you probably know what? That it was a deal, right? And that's how you find out if it's a deal. You go find it, try to sell it to someone else who knows what they're doing, and then all of a sudden you know what a deal looks like. And you'll know quickly what a deal doesn't look like. No one's going to buy your deal. It's not a deal. All right. So that is what the advantages of being a bird dog are. There's no risk at all to you. The risk is with the investor that you give the bird dog to. So it's a great way to get feedback on whether or not you know how to find a deal or not, because you'd be surprised at what's a deal and what's not a deal. All right. All right. Who makes a real estate bird dog? And this is something that maybe you should be thinking, not only you as the bird dog, but if you're an investor, you want bird dogs working for you, right? You want to know other people that maybe can go find you houses, and you expand your bird dog repertoire, right? And so maybe as you grow as a wholesaler, these are some of the things that you could be really interested in. Someone who meets with or talks to a lot of people. Bartenders are awesome. You get drunk, you're upset about your wife, you tell them about the divorce, and you're going to sell the house. That's a good guy to pick up the phone and say, hey, you know what? They're going to sell this house. It's pre-MLS. You want someone who's going to come and talk to someone about their problems. They make great bird dogs. For men, well, all right, not men. For me, it's a bartender. For my wife, maybe it's a hairstylist. She tells her hairstylist everything, right? Probably complains about her husband, the real estate investor. But I have a few bird dogs that are hairstylists, and they go and they talk to women who are moving, who are getting a divorce, who inherited a property. They're an awesome source of information because they're standing there talking to someone for 30 minutes, and they get a plethora of strangers throughout the week. All right? Teachers are a good one. Retail salespeople, anybody who's active in your community is a good bird dog for you. Someone who sees a lot of houses, who has a mailman. Anybody have a mailman? I'm gonna give you a trick to give you 10 leads. All right, here you go. All right, this one's probably worth its weight in gold for the cost of the class, which is $0. Get a business card. When your mailman comes to visit comes to deliver the mail next week, walk out to him and say, hey, my name is Rich Lennon. I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars for any house that you can find that's abandoned in this neighborhood and that I can buy. You think that mailman knows the house that's abandoned in your neighborhood? He certainly does. He's the first one who doesn't deliver mail anymore, right? So these guys will go and they'll say, I know one that's been vacant for 2 years. That's a good lead for you. And by the way, they're walking around in your neighborhood. Do you like your neighborhood that you live in? It's a pretty good bet that you do like your neighborhood and enjoy where you live. Probably think it's a safe place to invest. Your mailman, your UPS man, all those guys are awesome lead generations for you. And I would encourage you to find a way to offer them something to go out and find houses for you. Personally, I'm on a first name basis with my guys. Have you found any houses for me? Anybody getting out? Do you know anybody? I ask them that all the time. And they are an awesome source of information. Pizza delivery ones are another one. Pizza delivery ones are another one. Particularly the people who work the day shift, so they're not running very fast, right? They got nothing else to do, trying to earn a little bit of money, but they're definitely professional pizza delivery people. They are awesome bird dogs. Construction workers, people that are inside and outside of houses, and don't underestimate the runners and the bikers. You know, people who go long distance, and particularly if they run the same track all the time. I got a crazy neighbor. She does like 13 miles a day. I don't know how she does it, right? But I'm always like, hey, see any houses while you're out there? You know, how can you help me out? So these are great people to go out and find houses. Somebody comfortable using social media or Craigslist. If you know someone who's got 5,000 people on their Facebook account, if you know someone who is posting on Craigslist, they're buying and selling things on Craigslist all the time. If you know those people and they're comfortable in those mediums, those make great bird dogs. We'll teach you how to go and maybe advertise a little bit that way. Another good bird dog is someone who's motivated to learn about real estate investing. Maybe a lot of people like you out there, that they can be a very good source for, okay, you go find me a deal, I'll try to help you see what a deal looks like, and we can find a business relationship together. So all those are good sources of what a bird dog can be. And of course, the most extremely important characteristic is you got to be able to fog a mirror. Yeah, pretty much you got to be alive. So you would be surprised who knows where the deal is. It could be anybody. I've gotten deals out of Taco Bell. I've gotten deals in line for a movie theater one time. You just don't know where the deal is. Talk about what you're doing and ask someone, because you don't know if that person standing next to you just inherited a piece of property that they don't know what to do with and they can't upkeep. The taxes are making them cry in the corner, and you can really help them and save them. All right? So that makes a good bird dog.